How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. It's that annual video where I try and get cheaper insurance on my VW Polo 9N. So, last year I had to actually swap insurers altogether and go on to Sheila's Wheels instead to get myself a slightly cheaper quote. The year before I managed to save like 250 quid with the same insurance company just by giving them a phone call and saying that I had cheaper quotes elsewhere. So this time I've already done the process of going out and getting cheaper insurance quotes on the internet, just getting on and just, I suppose, finding them on Compare the Market. You can use any other ones as well. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. So yeah, I got myself some cheaper quotes than I've been given on my renewal. So the next step is to, well, number one, show you what I've got on there, and then number two, show you me calling Sheila's Wheels, trying to get myself some cheaper quotes. If I can't get those cheaper quotes, then I will have to move to a different insurer again. It's not that big a deal. It's literally the easiest thing to do, a couple of clicks, and I've saved myself a bunch of money. So yeah, let's go and do it. So apologies, I'm not using my PC, using a laptop, so I can't screen record, but here you can see Admiral Admiral Gold, in fact, £305.38 for all of the same details as my previous quote. In fact, if I scroll down, where's Sheila's at? Sheila's, are you here? They're not even, well, they haven't even, oh, they have. 373.66 Sheila's have quoted me, which is crazy because they actually quoted me 390 for my renewal. So I'm not really sure what the difference is there. But right, I'm going to give them a call and see if I can get anywhere close to 305.38. And by the way, as I said during the intro, last year I saved around £200. The year before I saved £250. This year I had the opportunity to have saved in total over £500, which is just insane. So watch the end to make sure you see whether that happens. But one thing I didn't mention was to hit the like button and subscribe as well if you're new here. Okay, what is Sheila's Wheels contact number? Let's log in online, first of all. Second of all, Sheila's Wheels. Contact us. Am I going to be on hold for the next 45 minutes? Probably. They've got a renewal hotline apparently. Let's try that one and see what happens. So as I've done in previous years, I'm not going to show you their side of the conversation only because of GDPR and I don't want to be in breach of it, but I will show you my side of the conversation instead. Here I'm just sitting through all of the security questions and all of the long legal stuff as well. And once I had gotten through to an advisor, I explained to him the situation that I had gotten quotes online that were far cheaper than my renewal and was asking whether I could get those down. I would only say the one thing is that I've got 5. I've got 5 cheaper offers on Compare the Market, starting at 305.38. He basically says, we'll see what we can do for you. That would be really helpful. Yeah, so just for reference, the cheapest at the moment I've got is 305.38 and it's from Admiral Gold. And then it's the one beyond that, you've got a 310, 314, 322, 333, and then it's Sheila's Wheels at 375. So he then asked some more questions about the value of the car, saying it may be worth around £260. I just laughed and said yes. Well, I mean, we're in a price bubble on the old value of cars, but I would guess probably, yeah, it's not getting sold, and it probably isn't. Yeah, that's probably a fair assumption. More questions. So there's only one here. I also do own another car. Well, I own another 2 cars, but they are not kept at this address. He asked me about my excess, which I do £500 every year voluntarily anyway. Yes, excess is total across all of them, including, except for Sheila's Wheels actually. Total across all of them is 600. Sheila's is 500. Yeah, my voluntary was 500. And then they had compulsory 100s on, if that makes any sense. So let's just leave it at 500. So then he went away and he ran an initial quote and he came back saying £356.88. Would I be willing to go ahead with that? So we're looking at now around £40 cheaper than where we were before for my renewal quote. If I can get it cheaper, it would be better. I'm just thinking about cost of living squeeze, that's all. So I obviously said I want to go cheaper still, and so he's asked me if I could read out what's actually in the other quotes that I've been given, just in case they are different levels of cover. I've obviously done this with the same level of cover, with the same like amenities and stuff that I wanted as well. On Admiral Gold, it's personal accident included, courtesy car included, motor legal included, but no breakdown cover. and then the Admiral one is the same, but I had to actively add motor legal. And then on the Platinum one, it's personal, courtesy, breakdown, and motor legal. I don't need breakdown because I've got AA. But the other, like, I don't necessarily need a courtesy car because I've got, as I said, other cars. It'd be helpful, I suppose, just to know that it's there. But he basically realised that yes, it was exactly the same level of cover, but then he gives me the sales pitch around why Sheila's is so good. I'm not super interested, but I understand why you have to do it. Yeah. No, I know. So I know that Sheila's wheels is pretty good in terms of, and like the Eshaw group generally is pretty good at getting back on paying out, is what I'm trying to say, and looking after people in those situations. So I definitely understand it, which is why I've given you the call. I didn't want to just, because like it would have been very easy to just been like, great, cool, Admiral, nice and cheap, let's carry on. But I understand the benefits. So then he goes away one more time saying he will do his best to get it as cheap as possible. And then when he comes back with a quote of £320 and 17 pence. That sounds lovely. Let's do that. So yes, I didn't quite get it down to 305, but 320 is okay, especially after I had just watched JM's recent video on Admiral. And not that I'm anti-Admiral or anything, but that was a little bit, I don't know, put me off a tiny bit. So I thought I would stick with Sheila's for this year and take the £15 L. It's not the end of the world. And then we literally just confirmed some more questions and how the money would leave the account and all the other kind of stuff as well before wrapping up the call. So in total, in the past 3 years of doing these videos, of getting my insurance quotes down by calling my insurers, I have managed to save myself £520. And now when you think about that, it really is a good saving because each of those times my renewal quotes went up. If I didn't get those down, I would have been paying way more money year on year than I really had to. So £520 taken off is actually a really good saving. So £70 this year. I'm sure it's going to get increasingly difficult to get really big drops in my insurance quotes, but we'll just have to see how it goes. Cheers, boss. Success. So, what I did in that, well, in fact, let me just come and talk to you properly. So yes, that was quite successful, I would say. So, as I showed you before, the cheapest quotes that I had available were £305. I didn't get it down to £305. I got it down to £320 with Sheila's wheels, which I think is still pretty good. Like, I managed to save myself 70 quid over what my previous renewal quote would have been. Like, that's a fair chunk to have saved. Yeah, I mean, like, that's really good. And like, not getting that 15 quid, for me, that £15 is basically the hassle of having to redo my payment information, my personal information, like all the other kind of stuff. If I can get rid of that, means I can get back to work, get back to doing YouTube videos and like doing my extra day job, etc. So I'll spend 15 quid on that for today. But I would say overall successful. 390 down to 320. That is basically a 18% saving or something like that. Around about 18% I think I've saved just by sitting down and for 20 minutes sitting on hold to go through that. Like, that was really easy. So yeah, again, not sponsored by Compare the Market or Sheila's Wheels or anything like that, but use both of those two things to get myself the cheaper quote. I'll certainly take it in times like today where we are living through a cost of living crisis and a squeeze on how much money it is to exist and to live. Why not try and save yourself 70 quid on the year, especially because I pay my insurance all in one go. Like, it's fine because I've got the cash available to do it, but like, I've recently bought a flat, I've recently gotten engaged, you can see by my little engagement table down here behind me with all the nice gifts and stuff from friends and whatever. Why lose more money, I guess, when we're already gonna have to struggle our way through the next little while? So yeah, I'm happy with that, and hopefully you guys have learned something. You can take something away from this, and in future when it comes to your guys' renewals, just make sure you do not take the renewal price. This is my 3rd year, I think, of saying this now. Do not take the renewal price. Always give a phone call, always have a chat. Like, my renewal went up by like 20 quid or something for the year for no reason. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe as well if you're new here. Massive thanks to the patrons always for their support, and to you guys as well for watching. I'll see you in the next one.